Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Brad.
I'm Kim.
And we're 626 Ohana, California. And today is day 3.
Day 3 at Epcot.
So we'll take you around and show you anything. Again, we're having a good time. We actually went and got breakfast this morning, so that was kind of cool at the Innkeeper's Lounge. Yeah. So it's part of our room. So watch our room tour if you haven't. That's good. It's kind of a cool, unique room.
Anyways, today we're going to be riding something for the first time.
I don't know what that is. That has something to do with your ears. I don't know. So.
All right, let's go have some fun. And of course, it's the beginning of Flower and Garden Festival. It is super long this year, so we're excited to go and get to do that.
Yeah, hopefully it's a little bit different last year, because last year it was, I guess it seemed subdued.
Compared to years when we've gone before.
So let's go and check it out and have some fun. All right, so Epcot. We went there. Okay, bye.
Okay. What? Okay. Anyways, so I ended up not sleeping that well last night. I don't know. Yeah.
Watched the room review. Like we said, there's a lot of weird in and outs, and unfortunately, it's part of the room review. So
we'll leave it at that. But anyways,
we don't want to spoil it. Surprise for you, right?
So we were going to Epcot, and so I was up at 6:45. I got the lightning lane for us, and I was trying to get the Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. I had it in my checkout and to go pay for it, and the time selected everything else, and then it disappeared.
Bye-bye. No Ratatouille free.
No!
And yes, we are paying $9 for...
Yeah, that's what it would have been today.
Wait times, we've been seeing
2 hours.
Yeah, 110 minutes. It's over to 120 or so. And we're kind of getting to the point what we're living with lightning lane. I will finally get it at some point. Is, I hate to say it, it's a necessary evil at this point.
Yeah, it saves us. Okay, it saves my feet. Let's be honest. Standing in one place is hard for anybody. After we usually are in the parks pretty early until late, so we're like marathon theme parkers when we go.
Yeah. So Kim tried to get the in the morning, and she went to hit pay for Apple Pay. It said, bye-bye. Nope.
Okay, so I figured this would be like the one time I might be up to try to get it and see what happens.
Yeah, so it happens. So we ended up getting up a little bit later.
But I did get a lightning lane. I was able to get Frozen ever after, so I figured, all right, I'll go let it go.
She really wanted to let the Ratatouille go, but she didn't want to.
So it was kind of like, all right. Then after that, I saw Soarin', and I was like, I wanting to do Soarin', you know, because that was, I think Test Track was already out by that point, and it was 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So,
well, first, before we got to that though, first we went upstairs and had.
Oh yeah, we had breakfast in the Innkeeper's Club and Lounge, and we had fruit and muffins, and I think you had a bagel.
And they had that juice you really like.
Oh, the pogo juice, right? Yeah. Like if you're used to Tusker House or Ohana's for breakfast, they have it.
I'll show you my plate right now. Yeah, it had a whole bunch of stuff on it. It's it's enjoyable to have.
It is.
We're always on the run, and breakfast for us is really rare.
It is, and they had I had a hard-boiled egg too, so that was kind of nice.
We usually don't eat breakfast. We usually have a granola bar and run.
But we were gonna have a really late lunch, so I kind of thought that might not be the worst idea.
Yeah. So we ended up doing that and getting to the park, and well, the park was actually, I loved the park at that time in the morning.
I do too. It was not crowded. It was nice. We probably got in about what?
8:30?
8:30, 8:45.
And that part of the park was, of course, everybody already rushed in to get to Ratatouille. And the rest of the park, you can walk around the countries with hardly anybody there, because where is everybody? They're in line for a test track. They're in line for Frozen, or they're at the front of the park trying to get onto Spaceship Earth.
So we decided first, we went over to the Mexican Pavilion and we rode 3 Caballeros, and it was kind of cool. Nobody was there, so we got our own boat.
Yep. They actually, Kim goes, asked for the front of this boat, and they go, oh no, we need to put you in row 3. And she's like, well, what? They go, we need to wait. And I'm like, we're getting our own boat. She's like, oh, I didn't even think about it, because there was nobody around us.
at first they're like, we have to balance a boat. I'm like, okay, what do you?
Yeah, and I'm showing you as we're walking through. It's like, this is really weird.
It was, but it was really cool, and it was a nice ride.
And no lightning lane needed.
They
right
don't
in the
have
first
it.
morning. Oh, they don't.
No, there's no
We
lightning
had our
lane.
own. We had our own lightning lane. It's called Nobody There.
But
So from there we ended up. Well, what did we do after that?
we went over to Frozen over after.
Oh yeah, we went to Frozen. Go let it go. And of course, you know what's great about that lightning lane? After you see that line all the way back to China.
The standby
Standby
line
line?
was all the way past China.
Yeah.
The pavilion, and
So we got to go right up front and go right in,
That
which
was
is
nice.
nice. And that thing is packed. I'll tell you that. And they will pack you in because we were two of us. And usually you thought with two people, they would let us have our own row.
they packed us in
Yeah.
with other people.
Yeah, so it happens. So it's one of those things to be aware of when you're doing this, that you could be sitting somebody that you don't have a clue who they are. And in my case, it was my wife. No.
Ouch!
But yeah, so we did that, and we were kind of getting frustrated at this point with Lightning Lane, truthfully.
Right, because everything was like, we got the Soarin', but I was like, oh, I want to do test track. Couldn't get test track. Couldn't. And I think that was one of the biggest things is like, we're so used to the old system that now it just, you have I guess, something to compare it with.
Yeah. So we had a lot of time in between, so we're like, well, what are we going to do? So we decided, well, we'll go over and do Journey into Your Imagination.
No, we were going to go with Living with the Land, but that actually had a 30-minute wait standby.
I have not seen that busy, and I didn't realize it was getting that busy in the morning. I mean, here's the picture of it. I was like, this is crazy how busy this thing is.
It was.
So we were like, okay, we're not doing that. We're going over to Journey into Your Imagination. And so we did Figment, and it was like a 5-minute wait. Not a big issue. It's it's Figment. It's always there, and there's always one panel broken at the end. But it's always a fun ride.
For me, when I was little, my first trip to Walt Disney World when I was like 5 years old, I love the original Figment ride with the Dreamfinder, and it holds so much sentimental as far as the character of Figment. I don't necessarily think that this version is my favorite. Like, it does need a refresh. We actually met
Tony Baxter,
and he's like, have you gone to guest services? Like, I still think he kind of, after that conversation, was kind of like, it might need a refresh.
Yeah, he was a little upset. Let's put it this way. This version is not his favorite. He wanted the original version.
I totally agree with that. But I still have a very soft spot for the character of Figment. So I like to go on it, even though...
Yeah. Yeah, and what else we forgot to mention?
What? Oh, so today's the second day of the Flower and Garden Festival. So we are walking around looking at some of the topiaries and things like that.
That's another thing about being there early. If you're in the back areas, you can get pictures in front of a lot of those topiaries with no problems. And some of the things that you can walk through are just absolutely really cool and a gorgeous look at. So yeah, scroll moment. Sorry. So after Journey into the Imagination, we were gonna go to the Dvc Lounge and figure we'll get a drink. Well, they don't open early enough because we were trying to waste time in between that and trying to go to Soarin'.
Yeah. So no, was it Soarin'?
Oh no, Living the Land.
Living with the.
It was Living the Land.
Yeah, Living with the. So, anyways, we decided to go and we saw the Disney Pixar shorts movies are right next door, and so those are really cute.
Yep, Mickey's there.
Yeah, that was a surprise. So we went in, we got a fast
distance. I don't know. This was one of the closer distance meetings, meet and greets with Mickey I've seen. So we got a picture with Mickey.
Almost no wait.
Yeah, nobody was there. It was because it was 20 minutes before the next set, so everybody's like, okay, I don't want to go up there. And Mickey came out. We saw him, and it was nice and simple. So that's one of those tips that go by. And I forgot what Kim forgot to say is that we also had a fast pass that she got in the meantime for Living in the Land.
Yeah, that at some point.
A fast pass.
Yeah.
Lightning Lane. For Living in the Land. So we had a whole bunch of times that we're spotting through, I guess is the way to put it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the hard part was I was on the app all day and playing and trying to maximize it.
Yeah, those fuel rods, and I had to buy one today because we forgot ours at home. Come in handy.
Yeah.
And they are $30 here. They're not $20 like our review. So if you're going to buy them online, get the $5 discount and get it sent to you for $15. Just a thought.
Yeah, but we needed it, and especially with me refreshing on my phone all the time.
Yeah,
and taking pictures and things like that.
Again, it's a reality of the situation now.
So,
so we ended up doing that, and that was great. And then being able to go back, and the DVC Lounge was open, and getting a soda. It's relaxing. If you don't know what the DVC Lounge is if you buy direct Disney Vacation Club, that you can go use the lounge.
and it's upstairs in the Imagination Pavilion. And so it's like towards the exit gift shop of Journey into Imagination. And so they have like the freestyle Coke machines. Right now they have a cast member that gives you the soda. And I think we got a little bag of Cheez-Its. But it was just enough to hold us over because as we're saying, all this lunch we didn't have until 12:55. So a little snack just kind of helped. And it was a mini bag, so it was a little small.
Yeah, a small bag. And the cool thing was something I'd never seen there before because they got rid of all the computers and stuff for kids. They have these tables that are like kind of look like arcade tables, but they're like touchscreen tables that they can play against each other.
Oh, okay. I didn't look that closely.
Yeah, it was really neat. I didn't try to interact with them because I wanted to keep them clean in case the kids did come because of everything going on. So that's just kind of a cool addition. So after that, I know we're kind of going.
It was a really long day for us, if you can't tell.
Epcot's one of our favorite parks, and so we're trying to do as much as we can and trying to get everything done and seeing what we can do with Lightning Lane because this has been a weird challenge for us. Since we're going to keep giving you tidbits of what we're learning as for, but we are going to do a full review and combine it and compare it to what it is compared to Disneyland as well.
So, anyways, after that, we had lunch at La Cellier. That is Brad's condition to come to.
No, you forgot something.
What did I forget?
We went to Living the Land.
Oh yeah, we went to Living the Land.
There's the line was still there, and Lightning Lane line.
It was long.
It was long. We had to wait about 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Yeah.
For the Lightning Lane to get through, which was fine.
Yeah.
You know, we love Lightning Land. It's one of those relaxing rides through everything, and nobody jumped off to get a cucumber.
Okay.
So we did that, and then we finally got to go to my favorite place.
Yeah, Brad won't come to Disney World if we don't go.
No.
That's his one condition of restaurants that he loves.
And of course, that's Le Cellier.
So yeah, overall. It's always a good lunch. We did try something new this time. They had the 50th chocolate candy bar. It was really rich. We split it and we couldn't finish it.
I think I had a bite of it and I just couldn't eat it. It was overly rich for me, and I'm not a big chocolate person, so when I say it's really overly rich, it's overly rich.
And it had caramel in the center of it.
And Kim's saying it's overly rich.
Then you really know it's pretty intense.
Unfortunately, for Le Cellier, I think this is the most disappointing meal I have had the whole time.
Yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately, my steak was overcooked a little bit. It wasn't enough that they were so busy. The tables, and since Thanksgiving, they've added in all the tables. You're so close to everybody again. So just everybody's everywhere. You don't have any room like you used to at all.
It seemed louder than before,
and
too.
They were so extremely busy. My steak was a little bit overcooked. It wasn't terrible overcooked.
Yeah.
But it was to the point it's like, you know what, I want to eat and get done because I was hungry. Kim's, I think it was pretty right on.
Mine was okay, yeah.
But
it was good.
This poutine shrunk a little bit.
Portions have definitely gotten smaller. I won't complain about that because I don't feel like I'm eating as much this trip, and so I don't feel overly full and gross.
Yeah, your muscles was a really like a half bowl, maybe of a.
I had gotten the mussels before. If you watch our dining review from La Cellier, you'll see it before. This time was only a dozen. They're small mussels. It was, quite frankly, it's enough.
Okay. So, yeah, it's just not, maybe.
I think we're just used to it, and so when you're paying the same prices and the portions are strong, I think that just changes your opinion a little bit.
No, but it's still an excellent place to go eat, and
It is. The pretzel bread.
it's like we say, the pretzel bread, and like I said, every so often you may have a little off day, and we don't want to judge every restaurant by off day unless it's really, really bad. Then we're going to judge it by an off day.
Okay,
So after lunch, things started picking up a little bit better for lighting for us, which was kind of strange.
yeah, it did. So we had soaring right away, and we ran over there. Oh, and somewhere in the meantime of the day, I was able to get Remy's adventure.
So the lesson is at this point is to keep checking back and refreshing that what's available, because
Yes.
it became available. Kim got it. Well, this put us in a weird situation with three rides, because she was also able to get test track at that time too.
So literally, like in an hour, we would have had done 3 rides.
3 rides in an hour, trying to go from Soarin' over to Remy's Ratatouille to Test Track. And we couldn't have a hiccup. Well, guess what?
We had the hiccup.
Soarin' went down, and we were right in line to get into Soarin'. Luckily, we weren't on the ride. And Cam finally goes to one of the cast members, how long? He's like, we've had a issue where we need to mop and clean up.
So we just asked him, like, would it be possible to get like a multi-experience, come back later? We explained the situation, like, we got these other 2 rides that were quickly. And he's like, yeah, no big deal. And it was really nice about it. They helped us out. We jetted over as fast as we could in the crowds over to Remy's Ratatouille, or Remy's Adventure. And we got on Remy's Adventure next. And it's really cute.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to explain. If you've been on Star Wars...
Kind of.
Rise of the Resistance, the vehicles are going to feel familiar in that way to you.
Okay.
Because the way
That's
they move they're not on a track, so they're on that automated move around and everything. It was cute.
It was.
I think kids would enjoy it. It's not like whipping your head around.
It's just a story, and I feel like these kind of rides where there's so much happening, I almost feel like I have to like ride them twice to totally get and absorb it all.
And of course, as I'm showing you, I'm seeing it through a camera lens, so it makes it a little bit different for me. So are we going to ride it again? We may pay to ride it again just to see everything. Would we pay normally if we were coming without cameras and everything? I don't think so.
And I don't think I'd wait 2 hours for it. It is a cute ride. We will ride it again at some point. But I don't know if it's to that level. I don't think it's a disappointment by any means.
Yeah.
But at the same point, it's so busy and there's so much to do.
Yeah, and it's only really about less than a 5-minute ride.
Yeah, it seems really quick.
Yeah, it's a fun ride, and don't get us wrong, it's a great addition to Epcot.
Yeah.
Which is sorely needed at Epcot. More things to do like that.
Maybe when the Garden of the Galaxy's Cosmic Rewind or Unwind?
Something wind?
Yeah, when the Garden of the Galaxy's ride opens, I think that'll take some pressure off and it's going to make everything better. Or at least that's my hope.
Yeah. So we were able to go through Ratatouille, which we love. It was fun. I love that area. It's really cool. Then we ran from Ratatouille all the way over to Test Track. We made it with 15 minutes to spare before that one ended.
Yeah.
Got in Test Track, which is great. Again, and the situation is they are having a single rider line again.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have, since there's 2 of us and it's 3 across.
We're with we have a new strange buddy with us.
That came on the ride with us. And then after that, we decided to go to Spaceship Earth. Which,
No, we went to Club Cool.
Oh yeah. Well, we went to Club Cool first.
Yes.
Which I'll put in the film right now what we're talking about, but definitely the one thing is still there.
The Beverly. Didn't miss it. No.
Oh man, we'll start with the...
It's back.
Alright, here we go. Nope.
Still the Beverly.
Nope, yeah. Didn't miss that one.
Cup Cool.
Alright.
New flavors. Don't drink China.
It's like barbecue sauce soda. It's kind of not our thing.
So, your favorite?
I actually kind of like I hate to say it right now, the restaurant with the cucumber. The like Sprite cucumber. It was just refreshing.
I like Madagascar.
It was not bad. I
Yeah.
liked it too. But yeah, definitely changed. I felt like before they used to have some more flavors. Or different flavors.
But they had the Beverly.
I didn't miss the Beverly.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, you can see Kim's face, our discussion afterwards, what our favorite was. It's kind of a neat place to go to back again, where they
It
design
is.
it. I like the design better than what it was before.
We didn't do it, but I kind of think it's cool you could go buy a Coke float afterwards.
But you can't get a frozen Coke.
Yeah, that's a weird part, because I actually really like frozen Cokes.
Yeah. So, of course, we're going to search for a frozen Coke, and we did get one eventually. But after that, we decided to go over to Spaceship Earth. Right, Spaceship Earth?
Right, we did get a lightning lane
Right.
for that as well.
Yep. Which was, Spaceship
Yeah,
Earth. You
we
know,
love it.
Yeah. My favorite scene, and I'm showing it to you right now, is the Venetian, the painting
Are you talking about like the Renaissance when there's
Like,
upside down on
yeah,
the
the-
ladder, kind of
Yeah,
painting the
But
ceiling?
it's Sistine Chapel. Sorry. So
Okay.
my favorite scene is the Sistine Chapel, where he's up on the ladder painting the chapel, the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. That's I love that air of art.
Wow, it's really hard for me to pick a favorite, but I think if I had to, I kind of like when that family scene, like the 1950s, 60s,
Oh,
in the living room.
See, that's kind of like my second, because I love the space age race and with Walter Cronkite with the landing on the moon and
I feel like that took me back to my grandma's house, like in my family, like it still had stuff when I was growing up in like that kind of decor. So that just kind of makes me feel like nostalgic for my grandma, I guess.
But we love that ride. We walked off of it and before when we were on our honeymoon, which we won't say how many years ago that was.
Wow, okay, that took a turn.
Well, there's more to this whole story than what we're going to talk about. So after that,
Really?
yeah. Well, after that, we killed some time and we decided to walk the world.
Yeah, so we did the World Showcase. We walked around.
Did a couple of shopping spots. Saw the cool Remy Ratatouille hat and light up from France.
That was cute, but I don't wear hats.
It's not $50 cute.
Okay.
And then Kim also did look at one of the Spirit jerseys for the 50th. Wow, those things have gone up.
$84.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So, yeah.
I skipped that. Instead, I got this sweatshirt that was a little more reasonable.
Yeah, okay. And so, yeah, we did that. And then we ended up, before dinner, going to Nemo, because it's right by
Well,
where...
not only that, one of the cool things I saw at Flower and Garden this year, I have to point out, is my favorite shop. One of my favorite shops was there. It was Basin for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I love their bath bombs.
Yeah, what she's going to be using tonight, because...
Yeah, you get tired after. I think we were probably there 13 hours in the park today.
Yeah, and we
Wow.
did 13 hours and almost 13 miles.
Oh, jeez. Okay. We make our own kind of marathon in our family.
But so anyways, we ended up doing all that stuff. That's why we love about Epcot. You can go around.
Yeah.
We really wish that, and again, we'll say this, we want the international students back, because we love having that conversations
Yeah.
with the international students. So, but,
We also got back on soaring eventually, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, we did. I forgot. We went back and did soaring. Then we did Nemo,
Yeah.
which Nemo's always a cute ride.
I love Nemo. It's sweet.
Yeah, and it's just fun, and especially I love the end part where you're going through and you see the tanks with
Yeah.
the fish and then them, and it's just a cool detail. And then we went to our dinner, which was Coral Reef.
Okay, we've done a review, but this was so different. I think we need to update it.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll do a full review or not, because really the dishes haven't changed,
Yeah, I have.
have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're going to do a full review.
So, okay, we'll do a full review. My dinner was okay. Coral Reef has a special spot in our heart, because when we were on our honeymoon, we were dead broke.
We saved money for a while to come here on our honeymoon. And we wanted to go to Coral Reef, and really we didn't have the money, and we had to cancel our reservation, which was kind of sad.
So we always try to make a point to come and call it Coral Reef because of that cancellation, that disappointment, which It's great to be able to do now.
Yeah, I mean, we had an amazing honeymoon here, and not to take away from that, and you know, just those times were different for us, and that was before we had grown-up jobs.
Okay. So,
well, I mean, you know, it's different when you were just fresh out of college kids versus now.
Yeah. So a tip for you is that we showed up early and we asked if we can get a table and right in front of the tank, which we did, which we love the tank. Because where else are you going to see sharks come right up while you're eating?
Yeah, and turtles.
And not eating you.
Brad has issues with sharks. I don't, but he does.
So we ended up after that. Guess what? We're done with our day. We hauled butt out of the park before the fireworks and everything done because we didn't want to be in the crowds.
We kind of saw a little bit of Harmonious for the first time, just as we're walking back, and
I don't want to ruin it, though. I want to see the whole show.
But it was kind of hard when we were walking not to see parts of it.
Yeah.
Like, to us, the barges in the World Showcase Lagoon during the day is an eyesore. It's awful compared to before. And so to see a little bit of it tonight, we're going to stop, and we have plans to watch further into our trip. I don't know if I'm going to be so disappointed as I thought I would. I think there's a chance I might really like this.
Talking new things. Forgot to talk about Spaceship Earth. That change is awesome.
Oh, at night!
Yeah,
with all the new lights.
Oh, wow.
It is gorgeous. There are certain tones that, like the jewel-like, if you will, like that air, like the blues and pinks and what all meshed together.
I liked where you had that earth kind of. You had that earth going around. You had the different blues. I mean, there was just so many different colors.
They did a really nice job.
So yeah. So we'll be doing a later, and then also we came back and we just got a quick dessert at the
Innkeepers Club and Lounge. Yeah.
So and then we're back here talking to you guys for 2 videos in a row now. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm tired.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to say goodbye and
find your magic. Bye, everyone.